Alright, hey guys, I got my bag reset up for hole number 4 here of the Christmas tournament. I just wanted to show you what I'm working with here. I got backbone in, I got sniper on. My goal here is to get a, maybe as a safety net, just in case I can't do the fairway shot, I'll put Guardian on, just so I can do. And like I was mentioning before, my Guardian, you can see the accuracy, 78. It was about 1.4 ring per ring on this hole. And I'm going to jump in, see if I can't get a match here. I do believe I am going to go for the fairway shot and just kind of hop it over. But I have to make sure on this account, because I was doing that with a B52, which has quite a bit of distance, which I don't have today. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hit that fairway shot. I'm just trying to think where my Saturn was. I think I was just playing a Saturn on this hole, and it was a snowman ball, I believe, that I had. But maybe not. Could be wrong there. But that's what I think I was using. So I'm assuming I might not be able to do this fairway shot here. So let's take a look here. See what we're dealing with. There's a little bit of a gap. See if I can't maybe get this up with a I'm going to play this about 5 rings for an 8 wind. Now my accuracy number is a 1.5 on this club, in case you were wondering. Now that is going to come down off that ridge, but I don't believe that it has enough momentum to get back to the hole. So I overplayed the curl a little bit. It's the first time doing this with these clubs, so I had to get used to it a little bit. I might stick with this shot for the tournament. The only problem is I'm right at max club there, so I'm going to need to do it with a Kingsmaker to have enough distance. If you want to replicate my shot, you need to use a ball with at least that much distance. What I've been doing is a B52 on my main, because it has really high accuracy and decent ball trail, and you really don't, since you don't need spin for this hole, it actually works out quite nicely. So I highly recommend that. I can kind of tell you I land more towards the end of the fairway there. So let me kind of walk you through that shot, since I don't have that. But if you have a B52 with quite a bit of progress, say level 4, I'm really not sure when they start to get usable. I'm assuming it's a 4. So if you have a 4 or higher, you can do a B52 shot. You can do about 1 to 1.5 left spin, and then 1.5 backspin, and land more towards the end of that fairway back there that I just landed it on. More very more towards the very tip of the fairway, and if you can land it there just right, then you can get you can get it up that hill with high precision, and if you get the right bounce off the fairway, get it to roll towards the hole, maybe even make it. I haven't made it yet on the tournament setup, but I have made it doing that just in some practice rounds. So with the way that you saw me play it, it's going to be, just a little bit more landing it farther back in the fairway, taking off some of that backspin, because I can't land it quite as far. It's better to land it farther down the fairway and use backspin so it comes in softer and you can predict it a little bit better. So I highly recommend doing that. Your other option would be Goliath, but if you're going to put on a Goliath, even if it's a Goliath 8, you're going to have to do it with some precision. You're going to have to hit your perfect ball. So it would be equivalent. I would suggest doing that. But keep in mind, like missing your perfect ball, you might not even, like especially if your perfect ball left, you probably won't even be up on the higher level. It'll probably roll down to the bottom. But something to keep in mind is for something you can do too. I might actually switch over to that shot for this account, to be honest with you. So here's the biggest problem that I have to deal with, which is accuracy. So it's about 2.5 per ring, give or take. But 2.3, 2.5. And with that kind of precision, 2.5 yards is enough to make you miss that hill entirely and roll down to the bottom. So just something to keep in mind. But you see, I just unlocked B52. It still has pretty good accuracy and power, but nothing else. Spin-wise, ball trail, it's still pretty good. Honestly, I could have just used this since I wasn't putting topspin on my ball anyway. B52 would have gave me a couple more yards. I could probably use that turkey ball with the B52. The only thing I'm losing is just a touch of accuracy, and it's not even very much. So that's something for me to consider as well. I can do that with a turkey ball tomorrow because I only need a bar of backspin and side spin. So maybe all in all, B52 is the way to go entirely on this hole. Just adopt that shot that I'm mentioning, which is about 1.5 spin to the side, to the left. Don't do any extra curl or anything, and do 1.5, 1 to 1.5, depends on your landing zone. But if you want to get towards the end of the fairway, you're going to need 1.5 as your backspin, and then just go for it. If your accuracy is 60, you're going to be towards max club there, so you're going to want to use, the 1.8 yards per ring. But it shouldn't be much of a problem because especially if you're using a turkey, you can get down to, say, maybe only like a 3-ring adjustment. If the wind's, 5.5, will be probably pretty spot on. If it's about a 7, go about 4 rings. But I'm assuming if you're using a turkey ball, it's going to be somewhere in between there. So might be something worth playing around with. In fact, I'll probably just play the rest of my tournament with that, because that'll let me actually use those 4 yards is enough difference for me to actually go down to a turkey ball. So anyway, good luck with this hole, guys. I hope you can get the ace, and I will see you guys on hole 5.